But Leah Remini recently wrote a post on X going into detail about how she is still being stalked and harassed to this day since she escaped the Church of Scientology all the way back in 2013. This has been going on for over a decade. And I think the saddest part about this is that Leah Remini was brought into the Church of Scientology kind of against her will when her parents converted. She was only 9 years old when she became a member. And because she left as an adult when she knew better, she's still facing the consequences of it. And I think people might underestimate the level of influence that certain Scientologists have in the entertainment industry.
The church as a whole, yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, and in other positions of power too. But they clearly think that the media is a great way to spread their influence. And she said that one aspect of this is they take paparazzi photos of her, intentionally making them unflattering to frame her as jobless, old, washed up. They call her a bigot.
I seriously want somebody to make a movie where a guy escapes his life in Scientology and becomes a TMZ photographer with the skills he learned from stalking people on behalf of the church.
So here's from her post. I've been doing something unfamiliar and uncomfortable lately, saying yes instead of no to opportunities that involve leaving my home and venturing into the world. This is a big deal for me because in recent years, I've said no to a lot, from invitations to go out with friends to attending events and traveling. As some of you know, since I escaped from Scientology in 2013, I've been followed constantly by Scientology operatives and agents. These people hide in the shadows to monitor my movements and who I'm meeting with so they can report back to Scientology's intelligence agency, the Office of Special Affairs, which reports directly to David Miscavige. Is that how you pronounce it?
I think Miscavige, right?
Miscavige? Yeah. They also snap unflattering pictures of me to body shame me and use these photos in their latest campaigns in an attempt to undermine and destabilize me.
I also love that they go back there and we've got like the next level on the rung of truth. It's like flipping through the photos like, no, looks too nice. No, oh,
now that one.
That is good. Their
posts include salacious headlines similar to Leah with no job, abandoned by Hollywood because she's a bigot.
They call me King of Queens for like a gazillion years. She doesn't need to work.
They call me a bigot because I oppose Scientology's abusive practices.
They're saying it's pronounced Miscavige. Miscavige.
I don't believe that for a second. It's interesting that they're using the language of bigot to defame her because that's what's trendy right now. And Leah sitting alone because she has no friends that they hope will have an impact on me psychologically, but also on people who are in my life or might consider being in my life. And I think she ought to mention they're using this as a scare tactic against their own members so that they have more fear about leaving the ranks.
Well, also, yeah, and also like it encourages people to not even join your friend circle, because why would you? For a lot of people, it's like then it becomes dangerous to even be around this person because you don't know if you're going to then be followed.
Sure, but I think that more so they're making an example out of her so that people are more fearful of leaving the cult. And that's what the practice of shunning is all about. I know that Mormons have a practice of shunning as well, but that might be the more fundamentalist groups. Scientology has gone from those tactics, which are bad enough, to hiring vulnerable people living with severe mental illness to harass and intimidate me. These people, who are being exploited by a tax-exempt organization with religious status, do not know who they're working for or why they're doing it. Among the many things they've done is break into my gated community. Scientology has no problem putting me, my family, my friends, and those I work with in danger. So I guess she's suggesting the Church of Scientology is approaching mentally ill homeless people and giving them jobs to harass and stalk her on their behalf, which is absolutely insane.
Yeah.
Like, they're just, I don't know, picking these people up in a van on the street and there's no legal recourse for this. It's insane.
Church is too powerful anyways. Nothing would end up happening.
And I guess, like, when you state it this extremely, people don't think about Scientology that often. They might think you're overstating it, but it's kind of the biggest cult in the country.
To this day, yeah, in a lot of ways, and one that you don't hear a lot about, even from Hollywood. They have the documentaries. A couple of documentaries have been made, and certainly a lot of people cover it, but you don't see a whole lot of it from the mainstream sources on a regular basis.
Yeah, like, do we even know how many people are in the Church of Scientology?
I don't know.
Or would they even tell us the number?
No, anyways, it's crazy. And for these types of stories, I always wonder, for her, like, she doesn't need to work, right? She's made her money. If she doesn't want to work again, she doesn't have to. Those reruns are still playing to this day.
You think the money is that good for a...
Yes. Oh, yeah.
It's because it's a network.
It was a network show. It was on for a lot of years. Those replays are on all the time. She's making good money off that show.
If you like have like that kind of stuff where it's I forget what they call it when you go into syndication. There you go. You're getting paid. Yep. If you're a star, you're getting paid. You don't have to work.
Those actors from Friends make hundreds of millions of dollars.
Yeah, like I mean, like I've said this before. Like All That Remains is like a successful band and stuff, but it's not like syndicated television, and like it pays all my bills. You know. The songs that I wrote, a decade ago were paying my bills,
So each year for the broadcast right of syndicated reruns of Friends, each member gets 2% of the $1 billion. So they all make about $20 million annually.
Damn. So she's probably doing fine. But the thing is, people don't always work because they need to work.
No.
Even though she doesn't need to work, she wants to work and she wants to have a life. And it's kind of difficult when you're going up against someone as powerful in Hollywood as Tom Cruise.
I've seen some articles in the last year that says that he's starting to distance himself from the church. I think we talked about that on the show one time. This isn't just me running cover for Tom Cruise because I'm the world's biggest Tom Cruise fan.
How has he substantively distanced himself from Scientology?
He was like in the town where the headquarters is for 2 weeks and didn't visit once, which they said was a very big deal.
But I would still believe that they have a serious control over his PR moves, and maybe distancing himself from Scientology in public knowledge is just a PR move because he's still a practicing Scientologist.
Yeah. Tom Cruise stepping away from controversial religion of Scientology. Here's what we know. This was from August of this year. And a lot of people just don't remember it for him. Like, most people don't associate him immediately with Scientology. It comes back. Now they think about Top Gun, or they think about Mission Impossible. Then they think about him jumping on the couch. Then they might think of...
It takes someone reminding you to bring... Or it takes thinking about him for a little bit or reminding you. Because like you said, it's like Top Gun. And then, maybe it's...
Jerry Maguire.
Yeah. Something like that.
There have been claims that Tom Cruise is second in command in Scientology.
I don't know if I buy that.
Is there proof of that?
I don't think that's true.
So that would be, I mean, obviously he has ties, but I don't think I've ever heard that before.
Did I say August 2024? It was August 2023, obviously.
Leah Remini called Cruise's actions grooming and his attempt to make you feel like he's normal. This is so typical of Hollywood. Seriously, when you people don't wake up, and Remini shared this on TikTok. But this is like the response you're going to get is F you, I liked Top Gun Maverick. So
that's my response.
Yeah, this is why Brett is actually Scientology sympathetic.
They're like, Tom Cruise is a member of the absolute abhorrent religion of Scientology. I'm like, yeah, but did you see that ending to Top Gun Maverick? I teared up. How bad could it be, really?
Yeah, I think he's just kind of crazy.
I think he's just misunderstood. Look, he does great cardio. He's always running. He's in great shape. He thanks you, the audience, for coming to his movies. He doesn't call you evil. How bad could he be?
He does stunts like he wants to die.
Yep.
He does stunts like he's hoping one day one of them will kill him and he'll die doing what he loves. And that just, it comes off to me as a little bit unhinged.
He does.
He's good at what he does, but he's a little bit crazy.
We love him.
Someone who's that like non-risk averse seems sociopathic, right? Even though he's so charming, that would also be a marker of sociopathy.
Perfect.
Yes, absolutely.
Perfect.
He's charismatic. He doesn't have any fear of his own life.
Yeah. So why would he care about yours?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Actually, that's an interesting point because somebody pointed out when he got caught on the hot mic yelling at the people on set for not wearing their masks. right?
Oh yeah,
He's
that
like,
was really bad for his image.
It did nothing. It disappeared in like a week. But the point is like people are like, well, you know, he's trying to save people. People are dying. I was like, bro, he's funding the film. He's trying to make sure that he doesn't lose more money.
He's trying to make sure no one sues him.
Yes,
is what he's
exactly.
doing.
Come on.
No, he's just saving lives and keeping us all safe under our diapers.
That's what Tom Cruise is doing. But Leah Remini, you know, like you said, the fact that she was born into it and it wasn't something she joined of her own volition. That's the saddest part.
Yeah, if she joined the
can't
Church of
extricate
Scientology
herself, right?
as an adult, then I would think that's a red flag about the way that you think and the way you operate in the world.
Yep.
But she had no choice in the matter, and it's just really unfortunate.
Thanks for watching. Listen to full episodes of Pop Culture Crisis on Spotify.
Keep up with us on social media and make sure you subscribe and ring that bell so you never miss the show. Bye, guys.